Hello YouTube, my name is Matt and I play games, and today we're going to be continuing with Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now remember, when last we left Henry, we had just escaped our town after it had been ransacked by barbarians, mercenaries, I don't know. Oh, and our mom and dad are dead. We were asked to flee and go warn the next stronghold, village, town, whatever you want to call it, up the way. So that's where we leave off. I'm mad sprinting down this hill, trying to warn the next town and get myself to safety. Now, I do think that in post I'm going to have to add a little highlight in here. But as I'm running down, I do end up finding some guards. And so I divert my course. And apparently I break both my ankles, which I'm seeing now on playback. At the time, I thought that I was barefoot, but I'm thinking that that symbol down there by my health is broken ankles. So I go and I check to see if I'm wearing shoes or not, and I am, but I'm running slow, which makes sense. Broken ankles. Right here in the L shape of this building that I just passed, there are some people assaulting a lady. You can see them there, barely. I whistle because that's what the guide said to do, which pops the trophy cavalier. Basically, at the risk of being demonetized, I prevented her sexual assault, right? And then immediately, my horse acts stupid. And who knew piloting a horse was this difficult? Yeah, and I fall off. So, fun. And then I let myself die. All right, well, I decided afterward to go back and put all of this in, one, because of the trophy pop, and two, it's kind of funny, but let's try this for real now. I'll catch you on the flip side. You know, this was probably a bad place to leave off for a week and a half. But hey, we're gonna get there. I did learn from before what not to do. I really don't want to break my ankles. All right, down the hill, run. I both appreciate and don't appreciate how little stamina he has. It's realistic, but there are bad guys behind me somewhere, and there are bad guys over there. So let's get them off of her, and then let's go horse riding and do better. We did better. All right. After this cutscene, I need to rob my horse's inventory. And we're bleeding. You know, honestly, being shot in pretty much the upper thigh, lower butt while on a horse, that's gotta hurt. It's a lot of jostling. And everyone around here is screwed. Will this horse go any faster? Someone is shooting me. Can I heal? No, I cannot. Alright. Well, let's try to make a sprint for the map icon. Why are people still hurting me? Oh, that's why. Okay. So I run faster off-road than on. Well, I don't. The horse does. That's good to know. Gotta lose them. There was a flower I could pick. There's some more flowers I could pick. Where? Okay. That's a little ways to go with 3 people shooting arrows into my back. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Flee to Talmberg.
Discovered Consolation Cross. Okay. Ugh. And tree stump. Sorry, horse. People get out of the way.
Kill you all.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, how good are these people if they haven't killed me yet? Come on, horse.
Run for it.
Go faster. We can do this. Just run. And out of stamina. Okay. I like how basically every warning light on the heads-up display is currently going. That's good. All right. Oh shoot! I forgot to loot my horse. Well, too late now.
Oh my God! Wait!
Jesus Christ!
Help! Skeleton's been attacked! Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose! Hanyo! Hosungine!
They're turning tail! Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground, slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say?
Yeah.
Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
When you've done, You can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Must eat.
All right, let's get some food. Roast duck, that'll qualify. Pretty sure the duck's gonna go bad before the pretzel. Isn't that kind of the idea of pretzels? They don't go bad super quick. Okay.
Oh, damn, I'm tired.
I just took an entire bowl of lentils and stuck it in my pocket. No way that could go wrong. Okay, how do I get in this building? Not that way. I keep hitting the skip time button when I try to find my map. Okay. Is that my bed? Must be.
What in heaven's name happened there?
And then I'm going to get interrupted. I don't know how long I'm supposed to sleep for, but... And this control's funny. Oh, up and down. Okay. Let's go to midnight.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz. I saw Deutsch trying to defend himself. The man who'd mocked King Wenceslas as a drunkard and praised Sigismund now stood facing his soldiers with nothing but a pitchfork, trying to protect his wife and son. It was hopeless. He slaughtered them all.
That's so sad.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I wasn't safe yet. The Cumans were going from house to house below the castle, looting and then torching them. They encircled the castle, and it was clear they could spot me at any moment.
May God punish them.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city. There was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Poor Henry. It just never ends for him. The authenticity of this is beautiful. Makes me feel even more like a jerk for about what I'm about to do. The guide says now it's time to basically loot this place blind. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to steal just as much stuff as I can, but not as much as I could because I don't have lockpicks. So there should be a guy sleeping. Well, he's not there, so he's going to be up the ladder. And there's a 50-50 chance as to whether or not he's going to knock me back down based off of where he's sleeping. So that'll be fun. Just a sec. Let me figure out again how to sneak, because I sure as stuff don't remember. This makes for gripping TV, I'm sure. Sorry, folks. It's been 2 weeks. I'm a little rusty. Okay. Man, the lighting is just intense. Well, he must be there because the option to knock him out showed up. So, do what we gotta do. Go to sleep. Take all of this. Thank you. Now, fumble around in the dark for a minute, see if I can find anything worth taking. Then don't fall down the hole. Climb down the ladder. Okay, sorry. I had to pause the game and make it darker in here, trying to see. Any little bit of glare on the screen is really throwing me. It is dark. Can I take a candle? No. Okay. All right, now we go to the middle floor and we rob the lady of the manor. You know, I don't want to. Anything lying around I can just take. Not so much. Okay. All right, well. On to the next. Anything in here? Yeah, but they locked it up. Like smart people. On to the next. That's kind of cool. At a church, prayer room. Anyone that studies this time period want to tell me what that's called? Next guard tower. Super dark. Super, super, super dark. Wonder how many people broke ankles just moving around in the dark. Okay. Exercise and futility. On to the lower level. My steal everything run has become steal some things. Locked. All right. This guy. This guy's got to go night-night. Savage. Take everything off of him. Thanks for the stuff. And somehow he just changed the color of his clothes. Books are important. I don't know how to read yet, but books are important. And room with a view. I like how I'm totally overloaded. Probably a giant potato sack. Gear sloshing around on my back and no one cares, and I cannot pick up a torch. Thankfully I didn't burn myself. Alright, close this door so the guards don't see me where I'm not supposed to be. And there's supposed to be a ladder. Ooh, more loot. Yeah, there's no way I'm hiding all of this stuff, right? I mean, we can all agree on that. There's just no way. Okay. Where is the ladder? There we go. Thank God for screen prompts. I don't want to leave. I thought there was supposed to be loot up here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Long distance arrows. Yes, please. Better long distance arrow. Sure. It's not just a long distance arrow, it's better. I'm picking all this stuff up hoping I can sell it, because if I'm going to do a no killing run, none of this stuff is useful to me in the slightest. Or at least not worth the risk. Alright, let's get out of here without falling down the gaping hole in the floor. Okay, more goodies. Totally missed that on the first go through. And what's down here? Okay, this is the place. So this chest is going to be my temporary hiding spot for a minute. Let me just double check something. Okay, can confirm. This is where I need to be. This is where I'm going to store all of my ill-gotten gains until it's time to leave. So, let's drop some of this stuff. Not my clothes. That should be about it. On to more mischief. Because what good is any of this without mischief? Where's the ladder? There we go. Guys, it is so dark. I don't know how well this is going to translate to the YouTubes, but it is so dark. Hey, don't mind me, just coming out of a restricted area. You know, as you do. Okay, well, there's my objective. Wait, the battlements, that's probably this way. Probably back the way I came. What do you want to bet?
You think Sigismund
where
would
you at,
catch
dude?
up with us in the forest?
Not you.
So quick, so we wouldn't have time.
Ooh. The detail on the clothing is impressive. There you are.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund. Said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Take care.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Rubber?
Sir Ansig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storm into the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Ratai now.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled and report everything to me at once. Understood? Henry, I need to have a word with you.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. Don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Good luck to you.
Okay, but seriously, where's the guy I'm supposed to talk to? Anywhere? There's not like a quest icon. Okay, that's the place where I stored my stuff. Come on, where you at? Come out wherever you are. Come out and teach me how to wait, because that's apparently not a skill that everybody just knows. Are you him?
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first
Okay,
watch.
you didn't need to call me out
I
quite
don't
like
think
that.
anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning.
I will. Thank you.
Wait until morning. Is it not morning? Did I not wait enough? The sun is up. You know, let's just wait with a view. Pretend like we're actually doing our job. There. Is it now morning? Anybody? Oh.
Let's go!
No.
Let's go!
Let's just
Move
follow
it!
you
Quick!
guys.
Go! Go! Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
Jesus. We're gonna end up like skeletons.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlets and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratsig Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratsig Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Sir Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Kuttenberg? Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
I suppose because it has a strategic position and good fortifications, so it can be used as a base for raids, giving you control of the whole territory and good defenses too, if you need them.
Not at all. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favored it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Where did these humans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
God be with you.
All right, time to get on with my day. Gotta go find the lady with the hair football helmet.
They're all over.
Doesn't that haircut kind of look like one of those old 1920s leather football helmets? Like if Princess Leia played sports. Oh my gosh. That's gotta be the dude I stole the clothes from, right? It's gotta be. That's funny. That's funny. He still showed up to his job, though. I mean, he's living that nightmare about, going to your job without clothes on. Good for him. I admire the dedication and commitment. I also admire that his clothes presumptively fit me perfectly. Wait, you slept through all of that? Sure, why not?
The Lord be praised. What's on your mind?
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
My parents are lying in the mud of Skalitz at the mercy of dogs and jackdaws. I can't just leave them there.
That's terrible. May the Lord have mercy on their souls. But how can I help you, Henry? I don't want your death on my conscience.
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking. They'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujitz, to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable. It's rather embarrassing, but if I'm to pay a bribe, I need money, and unfortunately, I don't have any.
How would you? Don't worry your head about it. This should be enough.
Thank you, my lady. I will repay you, I swear. And where can I get the armor?
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
Thank you, my lady. I must go now. My lady, I hope you weren't unduly distressed by the arrival of Sigismund's army this morning.
Well, it was to be expected. And thanks to God's mercy and my good husband, there was no more bloodshed. But it's something else that distresses me. Maybe my mind deceives me, but I have an evil foreboding.
You, my lady? Surely not. No evil could possibly come to you.
I fear something bigger and worse will come. That Sigismund is only another omen of imminent evil. Of great evil. May the Lord watch over you.
All right, so now we go get our loot. Put it on. Go back to her bedroom. The married lady's bedroom. And make sure that it meets approval, I guess. How the heck did I get to that tower? Cut through this guy whose feet were sticking through the bed and is still knocked unconscious. That's how I got here. All right. This shouldn't take too terribly long. That's what I need. And then it's in the basement. You know, that ladder's not like bolted or strapped to anything. Whatever. Okay. Hey guys, post-edit Matt here. I'm going to skip this. It took forever to figure out exactly how to work an inventory system in this game. So we're just going to fast forward. But yeah. also post-edit Matt here. It took forever to find this lady, so we're going to speed up time here as well. You don't need to see me running around this town 5 or 6 times looking for that dude's wife.
Hey, who's there?
I mean, I get it. I didn't technically steal clothes from the guard, which is where that marker wants me to go. I've already done it, so I kind of glitched it, but man, I wish they'd put a marker for her out here. All right, enjoy the speed run. Found you!
My lady.
God be with you. I'm sorry. Do I know you?
It's me, my lady. Henry.
I didn't recognize you at all. I still think you should stay here in the safety of the castle, Henry. But I see your heart is drawing you away from here. God go with you.
I ran into this guy like 8 times while I was looking for the Stephanie lady. I decided his name is Calvin because he's just running around in his underwear. All right, let me double check that I got everything right, and then we're gonna get out of here. Insert Morgan Freeman voice, but it was not right. He forgot to get his luggage. All right, let's get that real quick and then get out of here.
I need to get out of here.
Says who? I've never seen you before in my life. And that's odd, seeing as how you're wearing our colors.
I'm wearing your colours, but I'm just a messenger. Sir Robard sent me to Rattay with important tidings.
Oh, all right, all right. Take care now. Take care now.
All right, guys, I'm gonna be real with you. I know this was only like an hour on YouTube time, but it was more than that on my time. And I'm exhausted. It's getting late here. I plan on not breaking my ankles as I slow walk through here. I'm going to find the inn. I'm going to rent a room, store my stuff, save my game, and come back to this later. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and hit a like. If you didn't enjoy this, leave a comment telling me why you didn't enjoy it. And if you find any value in what I've been doing, hitting subscribe would be amazing. As of this recording, I have 61 subscribers. I appreciate you all. I love that we're slowly building a community here and having conversations in the chat. Yeah, just you guys are awesome. So thank you. I mean, I never expected to become super famous or replace my income or anything like that. I'm doing this because I like it. I didn't find anyone doing exactly what I'm doing, which is slightly less hectic and hyper and a little more chill. If there are other people doing this, let me know. I'll happily follow them. But yeah, I appreciate all of you guys. It's awesome that some random guy from the Tampa Bay area of Florida can meet and interact with so many awesome people, both on here and on X. I have so many mutual friends on X in the EU, and you guys are all awesome. I'm going to fill you in on a little secret here. When I get to the end, the guide said to rent it for many days, but because I wasn't lockpicking, I didn't have the money. I did it for 1 day. Uno. But I still put all my stuff in that chest. So hopefully I don't lose it all. But if I do, I do. It's not the end of the world. Yeah. Until next time, if you guys are playing this, go you.